Hi, welcome to my kitchen. You may have seen earlier today that it's going to be 91 here in Vancouver. So that certainly prompted the idea to make a tropical cheesecake today. So that's what we're going to do. This recipe comes from my husband and I. One day were just really hungry and we were craving pineapple. Then we thought pineapple cooked in coconut oil. Pineapple cooked in coconut oil with banana. Pineapple cooked in coconut oil with banana and coconut. We just kind of went crazy with it, and this is what came of it. Everyone that's tried it absolutely loves it. So I'm going to walk you through how really easy it is to make it, and let's get started. You need to, first of all, you want to do about half cup to about a quarter cup of coconut oil. This is kind of liquefied because it has been pretty warm here. The beauty of cooking with coconut oil, so when you get a little bit on the outside, you can just use it to rub it into your skin. Awesome. Medium heat. Like I said, about a quarter cup, half cup of coconut oil. I already prepped the pineapple. This was fresh pineapple, all cut up and ready to go. So I'm just going to pour that in and get that caramelizing, because nothing is better than caramelized pineapple. While that's going, I'm going to make a little bit of noise. You need about 2 cups of raw walnuts. We use a Ninja. So you just dump those in there. And I'm going to put this on the machine and I'm going to pulse it until it becomes very crumbly. It will resemble graham cracker crumbs, but it will just be walnuts for the crust. So this recipe is not dairy-free, but it's gluten-free. So this will take just a moment and it will be very noisy. My Ninja's broken, so this has to come off. So as you can see, the consistency of the walnuts. Where's my rubber scraper? It's dirty. So as you can see, the consistency of the walnuts is just crumbly, but it's kind of sticky because you start to release the oils from the nut, which gives it the stickiness to make a crust. So I think this will be enough to make 2, not large pies. So you just put half of it in each pan. Don't want to waste any. Kind of a neat freak when I cook, sorry. I don't like the mess afterwards. Okay. So this is starting to cook. You can turn it up just a tad. Alright, so what you want to do next is just press the walnuts into the pan. Form a crust. It's hard not to make 2 of these because one of them doesn't last very long. And they freeze. In fact, we recommend freezing them and then pulling them out just a little before you want to serve them. It helps the consistency. So once you get them kind of smashed into the pans, you want to then drizzle them with a little bit of honey. And this is just some local raw honey that we bought at the farmer's market. It's delicious. I think this flavor is blackberry. This is blackberry honey, which is just amazing. So you just want to drizzle that over the nuts. I don't even know if it's necessary, but it's so yummy. And as much or as little as you want. read an article just the other day about honey, and if you take a little spoonful before bed, it's supposed to help you sleep. And then I also read an article about the fact that a little bit of salt before bed helps you sleep. So yes, I did. Salted honey is yummy. And I hate to waste anything. Yum. Okay, so those are ready. In fact, I put them in the freezer while I'm doing the rest, just to let them firm up a bit. Okay. So the pineapple is really cooking in the oil. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes you have to add a little more oil as you add the other ingredients, because the whole key is coconut oil is good for you. So I like to put the coconut, so I've got about, I think this is about a half cup of raw, unsweetened coconut. So I'm just going to add that to the pineapple. That's for that. Okay. And then I'm going to cut up 2 organic bananas. Boy, this starts wafting through the house, and the smell is just amazing. Okay, so now while this is all cooking away, again, you're looking for that caramelization. The coconut's the real clue. When it starts getting a little bit brown, you know that everything is really melding together. But while this is cooking, what we do is, oh, I gotta rinse this out, sorry. Don't have a Ninja, you should get one. They're pretty amazing. So at this point, what we're going to do, the reason this recipe isn't dairy-free is because we use cottage cheese. I'm not really showing any brands, I guess, except for the coconut oil. Just make the best choices that you can. I buy organic cottage cheese from grass-fed cows. So, you know, however important that is to you, make your purchasing choice based on that. And then I put in about a 1/4 cup of xylitol. Sometimes you don't even need quite that much. Depends on how sweet you like it. My Ninja's broken, so I have to replace that little guy every time. But now I'm going to just set this on blend and let it go for a few minutes until it becomes the consistency almost of I don't know, like sour cream, I guess, or yogurt. It'll get kind of thin. So this will take just a moment. Okay, we are there. See, I'll show you. It really is just this beautiful, smooth, yummy texture, because I personally cannot stand the texture of cottage cheese. So this recipe with blended cottage cheese is absolutely perfect for me. Okay, so I think that's going to be sweet enough as well. Let me taste it. Actually, I think I will add a little bit more. And it will be blended one more time when I blend it with the pineapple, coconut, and banana. So we will have to use, we might have to do a little bit of a time-lapse thing because you will want this to cool a little bit before you put it in your blend, in your Ninja with the cottage cheese. Partly so it doesn't curdle the cottage cheese, and also so it doesn't damage your carafe. So I'm going to finish cooking this, put it all in the refrigerator, let it cool for a few minutes, and then be back to finish it. While I'm waiting for things to cool, I just want to elaborate on a couple of things I said. I said that I read an article about salt and honey both being good sleep aids. I want to make sure that I'm clear about what kind of salt that needs to be. I did a blog a couple of days ago about salt. You should really check that out because there's some really good information. Salt is a very crucial, important part of our diet, just not table salt that you can buy cheaply at the grocery store. You want to look for, again, I'm trying not to promote a lot of brands, but this is one of the only ones I've found that have actually say vital mineral blend. You want to look for a sea salt that has a vital mineral blend. That simply means that the nutrients in salt have not been stripped. So you're getting everything that we are intended to get from salt if you get that with the vital mineral blend. Very, very important. Again, read my blog, excuse me, from a couple of days ago about salt. Really crucial information in there. And the other thing is I kind of quickly said that we used xylitol as a sweetener in this recipe. Xylitol sounds like a chemical, artificial sweetener name, but it's not. It's actually one of the cleanest, most natural sweeteners out there. It's diabetic friendly. It's not 0 calorie, but it's very low calorie, but it doesn't spike your blood sugar. You do have to make sure that it comes from the birch tree bark. There are companies making it out of corn cob. So it's a little bit hard to find a really good source of xylitol. But if you can, it's an excellent sweetener. It has a really clean, sweet taste. And the only thing you might hear negative about it is that it can create some digestive issues. And that's only until your body gets acclimated to eating it. And then that all kind of goes away and your body actually enjoys it. The only real warning about xylitol is that it is deadly for dogs. Not because it's a poison or because it's a toxin, it's simply because dogs don't have the proper enzymes to metabolize it. So make sure if you use it, you keep it away from dogs. I don't even allow it to fall onto the floor or whatever because it can be really harmful for dogs. But it's amazing, you should check it out. It is not an artificial sweetener, it is a natural sweetener. And it's spelled Xylitol. You can find it at all health food stores, like Whole Foods, New Seasons. I don't think Trader Joe's carries it. They have it at Fred Meyer, but again, check your source, make sure it comes from birch bark and not a corn source. And also you want to make sure it doesn't come from China because they don't have the same labeling laws to qualify where it actually comes from. Okay, so we've cooled it enough to use it. This is just the mixture of banana, coconut, and pineapple that we cooked in coconut oil. This is the blended cottage cheese with the xylitol. So I'm just going to add all this yummy gooey stuff to the cottage cheese. And again, I'm going to have to make a little bit of noise while we blend this all together. Okay, so this is how it looks once it's blended. Man, I wish you could smell this. Here are our 2 pie crusts that we did with walnuts and honey. And you're just going to pour this into your shell. It's really okay if you have a little bit left over, because if you put it in a bowl and stick it in the fridge, I guarantee it will get eaten. So there you go. I don't think it took us more than, I don't know, total of 20 minutes. And we have 2 tropical cheesecakes. Pour them in here. You've got this. Now all you have to do is put them in the freezer. And like I said, keep them there until a little before you want to serve them, because the consistency will be really kind of cold and a little bit thick like real cheesecake. And again, don't be afraid to put the extra in a bowl and keep it in the fridge because it will get eaten. So I am on my way to the pool. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.